Good morning, everyone. My name is Raghav Mehrotra, along with Kumar Shivam, are here to give you some glimpse. We'll try to provide you with some glimpse what is social media analytics. So let us. I first start with that social media is often misunderstood because social media itself is misunderstood. Right? Am I audible?
Yes, Raghav.
Yes, Raghav. Wow.
Raghav, continue.
So it is not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, social media analytics is not about. It is not about brands. It's all about the people sharing their lives with each other. They know or they get to know. It is a common place for the brands to observe various interactions going on social media based upon the common interest. And what the brands do, what several brands do is they observe people and accordingly they try to connect with the customers. Yes, I must say social media is somewhat responsible for brands' first and last impression. Shivam, I'm not able to see the screen. Yeah.
Is it visible? Raghav, you are on mute. Okay, Raghav, you are on mute.
So switch on to the first. Yeah, switch on first slide. Actually, I have some network issues right now. Yeah. So social media analytics refers to the approach of collecting data from social media sites and blogs and evaluating that data to make business decisions. This process goes beyond the usual monitoring or a basic analysis of retweets or likes to develop that in-depth idea of the social consumers. And these are the various terms that I've mentioned below that are generally misconfused with social media analytics. And they are entirely different. The social media intelligence. It means it is the use of technology or methods that is used to record what is going on social media for recording the comments and retweets and all. Now, social media learning. It is to know what customers are trying to convey and to know more about the customers to unreveal what they like, what they hate, and what they love. Another one is social media monitoring. Social media monitoring is about following the hashtags over there. What are the viral trends that are going on, and what are the keywords? Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, what is the importance of social media analytics in our day-to-day life? First one is understanding your audience. It is very much important today to get to know our audience. Second one is create better content. Understanding competitors. Social media enables us to know what our competitors are doing in the market, creating a better strategy. Depending upon that, we are able to create a better strategy that what should be done and how to represent the product in the market. Shows you how a social media campaign is performing. As many of us might be having Instagram accounts, their business accounts. In that, uh, we follow up that what how many views they got and how many people like the videos and shared the videos. Uh, so for that also it is to monitoring of that is used. So these are the some of the snapshots that how these various brands captured the viral statements, viral comments that are going on in the market to represent their products. As Zomato used this khali cooker gas चढ़ाने से अच्छा है order ही कर लो, because it was so much viral right now. Yeah. Okay. Next slide is okay. Now coming to the Google Analytics. Google Analytics is one of the most popular digital analysis software. We have I have especially mentioned Google Analytics because we personally, I and Shivam, own a website www.chessmonk.com. In that we use this Google Analytics software. It is a Google's free website analysis service that allows you to analyze in-depth details about the visitors on your success strategy of your business. Now coming to the importance why we use Google Analytics. Show next, please. Yeah, first of all, it is free of cost. It collects data automatically. You just need to register your website on Google Analytics software provided that is free of cost available. You can create on that your customization reports can be created. Availability to measure internal site search. You can check on your website that what people are actually searching to understand why visitors are bouncing off your website. As we provide free courses over there, we provide blogs over there. So it enables us to understand because of our blogs that we provide and which blog because of which blog people are coming back to our sites, be related to it, economics, politics, or what, or be it our courses. And it enables us to know the age, gender, interest, device, and location. So by using Google Analytics, we are able to see what age groups, what age group people are coming to a website, what are the genders, and how much percentage of male and females are coming, what are their interests over there, and from which device they're accessing our website. And also the most important is their geographic region. As we have visitors from all over the world, from Australia here, so from that only we are able to understand which areas, which all areas our website has reached, to understand which social media platform to target, to understand what type of content you should write. As we are having more customers on economics blogs these days and data science blogs these days, so we are more into data science blogs right now. And we set certain set of targets that we need to achieve, that this much audience should be there. Next. Now Google Trends. Google Trend is a website by Google that analyzes the popularity of top search queries in Google search across various regions and languages. The website uses graphs to compare the search volume of different queries over time. We also use Google Trends on the website because it gives us what are the current keywords that are being used and what is the frequency of them being used, so that we can use them on our blogs, and also for the SEO optimization, so that our blogs may highlight up in the search section. Google Trend also allows the users to compare the relative search volume of searches between two or more terms. It enables you to it enables us to compare which word is being searched more, and it also provides a graphical representation of the data. Other than this, we have Google Analytics 360 and Google Data Studio, which are more advanced and will give you a better representation of the data that has been collected.
Okay, so the theory part is over, and now let's see some practical examples. This is how the Google Analytics dashboard look like, and currently it's for our website. So we can tell that how much people are visiting, active users at right now. Okay, and what are the audience we are having. Just let me show you something. We can see an overview of that. Just a minute. Right. So we can see that overviews of the who are the using customers. Like we put it from 1 July. You can set the time limit also, but what time you want to target your audience, or what you want to see, and we'll apply in just seconds. Okay. So you can see the number of the users. What are the parts of the returning visitors that who are visiting from you. You can see the language what they prefer. You can see the countries from where they are coming. Okay, what browser they are using, what operating system they are using, who are the service provider, everything you can see. You can also see on the basis of the interest. It is the most important part. You have to understand that what your market is segmented about, your target customers. So it will automatically tell that what percentage of your users are from shoppers, and what are the media, entertainment, beauty, wellness, and what types of things are there. How many times they are coming to websites, are they returning user or are they existing users. It can also tell you about from where this traffic is coming from. Is it from the social media campaign, or they are from the organic way, organic like that, or like it can also tell you that where the people are coming and from where they are existing your site, on what content you are going through. So it is a type of Google, and it automatically download the reports from there. Here you can download the reports, and it will automatically download it in a PDF format, so wherever you want to present. um Google social media analytics also have some tools like NLP tools and text mining tools. So here is some code. I will not go in such deep, but I will show you one sort example. This is a news article for today. Adani Group acquires debt at the Interstex and Mumbai Airport. Just copy this code. Copy this URL. Control C and go on this. Just paste it here. Run it. Just a minute. It will take some time. 8:16. See. You have to not read the whole article. It will just provide you summary with this, what this whole article was about, and after that it will also provide you what polarity it means. Polarity mainly lies between 0 and 1, which show that if it is near to -1, it show that the article is having a negative point of view, and if it is indicated toward 1, it shows a positive toward it. And also you can see the sentiment, what the subjective, that what people are pointing on the view. It can be also measured in a term of a score. There are also various things and various types of analysis like Twitter analysis, text analysis, web scraping. So this will be discussed if anyone wants to in further classes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shivam. Thank you, Raghav, right? So that was really, really great. Actually, how to identify the right target, who are coming, whether to go for organic or what are the keywords one should look for, and how they are searching, what are the top search queries. Okay, so that was about Google Analytics. Next is Randhir.
Yes, ma'am. This side, Rakesh and Randhir will present,
Okay,
and I will share the slide. So please allow me.
all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. I and Randhir will present the presentation or give the presentation on social media analytics. And now Randhir will start with introduction.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Randhir Kumar. I am going to present here on topic social media analytics. There is a first question rises here. What is social media analytics? So, social media analytics is the process of gathering and analyzing data from social networks such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. The example and case study further discussed by Rakesh.
So I am going to take a real example which has happened recently, and the case is about the deal between the Facebook and Zio. The Facebook has acquired almost 10% share in the Zio of about amount rupees 45,000 crore. So what is in this social media analytics benefit for both the companies? So I am going to focus on that things. So the things is that we know that Reliance is going to already launched the JioMart, and it has will give competition to the Amazon and Flipkart. And there is only one thing through which the JioMart can have edged over these two big competitors, and that is that Facebook has large number of data, and Facebook know everything about the individual. And when this data will be analytics, then obviously the Reliance JioMart will have an edge over the Amazon and Flipkart. So Flipkart is know everything about, like let's take the example of myself, what Rakesh eat, where he is living, and how many times he goes to vacation, and how frequency I am posting my profile picture on the social media. And it also know the sentiment of the customer, like customer feeling sad, feeling happy, or emotion. All these things are Facebook know. So how this data will we get benefited or get utilized by the JioMart? Let's take the example that if this data will give to the Flipkart, then what Flipkart will do that if Flipkart will know that my birthday is on 2nd of February, then, and I am feeling happy, then after that, when I will open Flipkart, then they will show about the cake, and they will offer us me to discount or the cake on discount prices, and like that. And other, we can see that if Flipkart will know that this is the month when I generally goes to the vacation, then they will showing the ads that these things we will the things which I will require on the vacation, like Google Glasses. So this way they will utilize the data, and these things give the edge the JioMart over the Flipkart and Amazon. And what the benefit will the Facebook will get from this deal? We know that the Reliance Jio is in top leading telecom industry in India at the current scenario, and they have more than 34% of market share. So, and we also know that WhatsApp is trying to launch its payment service app, and when you combine both the things, the 34% market share of Reliance Jio definitely help its payment service, WhatsApp payment service, to reach to the 34% of customer directly through their mobile phone or through their numbers. So another things that the social media data is not knowing the sentiment, it also profiling the help to profiling the users, like that what I eat, what kind of restaurant we go, like in high expensive restaurant or less expensive restaurant, or I like to get deliver from the Zomato or other websites, like that, and what kind of person I am. And most importantly is that how frequency I am purchasing, and they are like that in which area the more and it also profiling the customer, like that in like that in a cluster wise in segmentation wise, like the in which area the most number of businessmen people is staying, and what is the area in the Bangalore that the most software industry people are working. So like that, it will help them to do advertisement according to the particular segmentation of area. Like it will definitely we can say that it will definitely help to reduce the advertisement cost. Like that, if you want to do advertisement on Facebook, then it will ask you for different things, like first pin code and the target you are targeting to this advertisement, and then I will directly help with advertisement cost. And third things I want to say that there is comparison
Rakesh,
to
your voice is not clear.
Rakesh, you are not audible. Randhir, you can proceed with the slides. If there's a
comparison
connectivity.
can be do through like
Hello?
hello.
Yes, Rakesh.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, where when my voice has stop
No problem. So that was Randhir presenting or you were presenting. If the connection is okay from your side, then you can present.
okay, ma'am.
Rakesh,
Yeah.
please share.
Ajay, screen. Let's say 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, I was on the that how social media analytics help in brand comparison. Let's suppose that if Bajaj will going to launch his new bike on next month, and at the same time, Hero also want to launch his new bike. Then through the social media analytics, company will analyze that what people are talking about this new product, and what is the things they are most liking in their product. Like if someone will like mileage in the Hero, and someone will like the engine of the Bajaj, filter the data and analyze that what is the uh, perception of customer about that product. And four things is that keyword analysis. Through social media analytics, we know that we able to know that what is the keywords that people are searching the most in when they are searching on the Google or on the search engine. So this way it will help. I already told you the cost saving on advertisement as well as on different things. And when we talk about more advantage, it also help in networking, because that like, let's see, in networking, when people company have different pages on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, and when they see that some people are talking positive about their product, they and they continuously talking about the positive things about their product, then these people are called influencer, and the company contact that people and to write the blog about the product. And it also at a global audience. Yes, it is very easily we can cover whole the globe through the social media. And the feedback, yeah, already, and the customer are giving feedback very easily about the product. And visibility, yeah, entertainment visibility, yeah, you can see that what the customer is writing about their products, and about their competitor. Now, disadvantage part will be covered by the Randeep.
Now I am talking about what is the disadvantage of social media analytics. First point is privacy concern. Their privacy concern is the most of biggest concern of social media, because we know that they using or sell our personal data without any commitment. So we think privacy concern is one of the biggest disadvantage of social media analytics. My second point is security issue. And security issue, that we know that social media is a lack of privacy concern. So there is a lack of security issue in this social media analytics. So my third point is addiction. Addiction means, so we can say that a lot of addiction in data. And fourth point is negativity. Negativity means we know that social media allow to express yourself freely, and this, on other hand, other people are misused. Terrorist, other people, for example, terrorist and other external group are misused our our expression and emotions. So this is the negativity impact of the so we can say that this is the disadvantage of social media analytics. And the last point is risk. So we can say that above all the points of disadvantage of social media analytics, in privacy concern, security issue, addiction, negativity, so we can say that there is a high risk in social media analytics. Now next slide, please, Rakesh. Now I am talking about what is the workflow of social media analytics. How does how does social media work in the sector? So we can say that first they access the data. When they access the data, they after that they processing and normalization the data. When this processing part is complete, after that they analyze the data, and after that when they analyze the data and the insight of the after the data. First point is data access. Data access means social media access the data in two ways. First is official and second is unofficial. When we collect the data in data, then data is a structure, not a structure and clean form. So in fact normalization of data, so in fact we normalize the data. After that, after we normalize the data, then we data analyze. After they analyze the data, we set inside of the company. So next part is challenges of social media analytics, covered by Rakesh.
No, it has challenges also. Due to the huge to filter them, it is very difficult to analyze them. So this is the large amount of data is a challenging. And let's take an example. People and unstructured data also. And let's think about the people are talking about various things about the brands, and they are talking on different aspects also on that platform. Then it is very difficult for the company to come out of with the relevant data, what and the keywords and the people are talking about. And accessibility issue is that takes the example of Facebook and Google and Facebook have huge amount of data, and it is and it is not sure, and it is not what can you say that that if any company have data about the customer, then it is not necessary that they will share the data with their competitor also. So in that aspect, it is a little bit accessibility issue. So now the social media analytics in R will covered by the Randhir.
Now I am talking about social media analytics in R. How to work in R in social media analytics. Now we start some basic, then look some network measure and going to a read data file. So in this data file, we create a networking diagram, histogram, highlighting, degree, and layout, and many more. My first point is how to start. The basic point is going to library. This library is called iGraph. Let's assume we create a simple graph, then we get a picture. In this picture data 1 is going towards to data 2. This whole circle is called a node. This is not called a circle, this is called a node. Next slide. When we
Is it,
add,
Ranjit, is it similar to Bayesian belief network, or what exactly does the node and arrow? What is it called?
node,
Yeah, node, right?
yes.
Okay.
When we add more information in this graph and run this code, then we get 4 nodes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The most important thing is when we node 1, 2, 3, and 4 related to each other by the arrow, this arrow direction is called directed graph. And when we use direct in this data, direction equal to false, then node 1, 2, 3, and 4 are no any direction. They are related to each other. So we can say that this is a example of Facebook friend. Now I am talking about another thing is when we add another information in this vector. When before this vector we use 1, 2, 3, and 4. When we add another vector, let's say n equal to 7, then we get 4 nodes are connected, but 5, 6, and 7 are not connected in data. Why? That means they say that social media relates to each other. When we conduct anything extra, they did not relate to each other. Next slide.
Guys, you have to wrap up it in next 3-4 minutes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Let's look another example. Next slide, Rakesh. Let's look another example. So I am going to put some names, Amy, Ram, Lee, and others. Then we get a networking diagram. That means let's say we are assuming they are related to each a Facebook follower. That means they say that Amy follow Lee and Lee follow Amy. But Amy follow Ram, but Ram does not follow any. That means they say that social media relates to each other, how to connect each other, and how to connect person to person. Next slide. When we adding this vector, directed equal to false, then we get Amy and Lee connected 2 times. Why they are connected in 2 times? There are a lot of reason. Because before I discuss, when we does not use directed equal to false, then we get a draw line, a arrow line that indicates a draw line indicates the directed of the graph. But when we written directed equal to false, they did not, they connected it to each other. So Amy and Lee, before this graph, Amy and Lee are related to each other by both the arrow. So when we directed equal to false, written by directed equal to false, then we get 2 lines. Next.
So it's bidirectional. It's not unidirectional
Yes.
in that case. Okay.
Okay. Next slide, Rakesh. Yes. now I am talking about how to social media measure a network. So they use measure a network in degree A form. They use degree in a all, in and out. All say that how many times they are connected to each other. When we run this code, we get the data. Ram is connected 2 times, Amy is connected 3 times, Lee is connected 4 times, and Kate is connected 1 times. And when we run in this code, they say that in say that how many times arrow is coming to each other. And when we run out of this function, then we come out say that how many times arrow are going to each other. So we can say that we collect the data, we calculate also diameter, e count, reciprocity, closeness, betweenness, plot, and layout. And this is the example of other things. Slide. And last part, conclusion, is discussed by Rakesh.
So conclusion is social media analytics is that everybody is saying that data is going to be a future oil for the future for any industry. So and people has increased their time on social media, and everything is going online. And people are expressing their view about the product, about everything. So to analyze the social media data is very, very important for any company or for any industry. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So now I'll quickly wrap up and talk about text mining. Let me share my screen first. Rakesh, you can stop screen sharing. So we have already talked about social media analytics and why it is important. Okay, so you guys can, intervene and between and, speak about it. So first thing is that it's a, really quick turnaround time. Very quickly we get all the insights. And like the second group mentioned, the products, what I eat, take in the channels, whether I'm ordering food, whether I'm, going for dine-in option, what is the usage, how frequently we are doing it. But in this I'll cover two more most important thing, that is sentiment analysis and text analytics, which the first group touched upon briefly. And so what is sentiment analysis, what is text mining? Any idea regarding that? The first group talked about it, text mining. So
sentiment analysis is like that. What I told that what feeling people are feeling happy, people are feeling sad.
Yes, their sentiments, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's neutral. Okay, yes. So guys, I have shared one article. You can go through these. Okay, this is more of theory. You can go through these, but I'll quickly cover, briefly about sentiment and text analytics, how it is done, and a quick, case study about 1+5. How they did the sentiment analysis about word cloud and all these. Okay, so basically in text mining, what you are doing, you are using this unstructured text data. Okay, whatever people are saying on emails, whatever people are saying on product reviews, social media posts, customer feedback. Okay, so this is huge data. When a product is launched, people start talking about it, be it on blog, be it they start posting about it, and this is kind of unstructured data. This is kind of qualitative data. And what text mining does is in text mining we extract this data and we convert it into meaningful insights. Okay, So we use natural language processing, NLP, and it automates this process of classifying, text. It can be by sentiment, whether it's positive, negative, what is the topic. For example, if somebody is saying red, blue, green, this is color, and then you can put a rule in your whatever programming language you are using, that red, blue, and green is color. You can put it in buckets. And what is the sentiment? लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं उसके बारे में? क्या most popular topic क्या है? What is the most popular topic? If you are launching one brand, or if a brand is launching one product, so what is the most popular topic? What are the positive, negative, neutral, whether people are positive about it, whether people are negative about it? तो कैसे पता चलता है कि ये positive है या negative है? कैसे करते हैं? मशीन को कैसे पता चलता है? So we use machine learning algorithm. Do you remember learning training data and test data?
Yes,
ट्रेनिंग
ma'am.
डेटा, टेस्ट डेटा, बेसिकली तुम उसे ट्रेन करने के लिए एक डेटा देते हो. Whatever analysis you are doing, you just take, like for example, if you want to know कि 1+5 अगर launch हुआ था तब, and you pull out Twitter tweets like 5,000, 6,000 tweets on 1+5, okay, and then you see what these people are saying, and then you train that data, a sample, maybe 500 or 700 samples. You train that data, as in you classify that, okay, this is a negative comment, this is a positive comment, some are saying battery is low, whatever, this is not negative, this is positive, or this is a neutral comment. Okay,
Ma'am, for ambiguous word?
Sorry?
For ambiguous word?
Or ambiguous?
Yes, ma'am. It can be neutral.
It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be neutral. Then ambiguous is something that machine is not able to understand it. Okay, and then there comes, how accurately machine is predicting it. But when you are giving the training data, you already know what exactly it is, whether it's negative or whether it's positive, because it is something that you are doing. अभी तुम classify कर रहे हो data को. जब machine करेगी, then you run models, and then that is an iterative process. But आप train करते हो model को कैसे? You yourself given कि ये वाले जो whatever जो भी words है, for example brilliant, for example good, these are positive words. Okay, ऐसे तुम categorize करते हो. ये negative words है. Okay, I'll go through that also quickly. So basically machine learning algorithm है कि आप कोई भी ये जो sentiments होते हैं, whatever people are commenting on Twitter, on Facebook, on social media, whatever, and then you are giving, you are using machine learning algorithm, and you are training the data by giving the input yourself कि ये इसको negative quote करो, brilliant को आप positive quote करो, and then you get more tweets, and then then the machine starts predicting कि अब ये okay, ये 3-4 जो है, whatever the training data is there, now machine starts predicting. Okay, so for example, you want to classify product reviews into different topics कि software है, bugs है, pricing है, customer support. Like I mentioned you कि color अगर this category red, blue, green अगर कोई बोलेगा तो it's the category is color. So that kind of way you can do that. So what is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis, we just try, through machine learning algorithm to check the sentiment, whether it's neutral, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. मैंने already training data में बोल दिया है, machine को बता दिया कि okay, these comments or these keywords, these words should be considered as negative. These words should be considered as positive. Okay, and so for example, this United is the worst, non-refundable first class tickets. Oh, because when you select this, it auto selects. So this is kind of a negative. I'll not be flying you again. Okay, are you able to understand, guys? This is a negative. Okay, any plans to start flying? This is kind of neutral. I appreciate your efforts. Okay, so this is kind of positive. But there are certain things like you said anonymous or whatever, the machine is not able to predict. For example, this. Is it a positive tweet or is it a negative tweet? My flight's been delayed. Brilliant.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you know, it's a kind of sarcastic comment. Machine को नहीं पता चलता कि what is it the sarcastic comment. Okay, हमें पता है कि okay, my flight's been delayed. Brilliant. You know, you're just angry about it. It's a sarcastic comment. It's a negative comment, but machine doesn't know that. So there are certain challenges, and there are different ways to, you know, counter that also. But let's go through one case study of 1+5. So 1+5, there, let's go on the need of this study. So 1+5 unveiled in India on June 22, and they just wanted to know, like they knew that, you know, on Amazon Prime Day, it's like best selling smartphone, and you know, their early sales jump on this time, the early sales jump, and they just wanted to know, to understand the sentiments of the customers, okay, to understand the brand performance. Abhi ye brand launch hua hai, how is the product doing? Because, you know, as and when you get, you know, this technological products, you know, many bloggers, or if you have bought it, you start speaking about the product. You speak about the brand, what feature is good, what feature is bad, all those things. Okay, so they did this sentiment analysis on this, and basically first is the word cloud. You can count the frequency कि ये वाले words कितने आ रहे हैं, OnePlus, phone, thank, get. Okay, the count of the frequency, and you can get this kind of word cloud. So in this word cloud, you can see that words revolve around our area of interest, that is OnePlus. And people, what are people talking about? People are talking about camera, about mobile frame, people are talking about you know, all these things. And what all brands they are talking about? They are also talking about Samsung. Okay, they are talking about Apple, they are talking about Honor, all these kinds of brands they are talking about. And what are the issues? They are talking about issue, don't problem, these kind of negative words. So there are positive words also, there are negative words also. And these are the brands they are, you know, maybe they are comparing with these brands. So Apple bhi aa raha hai or Samsung bhi aa raha hai. And then they are talking about these mobile features like GP, camera, speeds. And most of them are still looking for answers. So this is kind of, you know, analysis that you can do by using word cloud. Okay. Next is sentiment analysis. Like Shivam also talked about it. Like you can run codes on this. He did in Python, and these are more of like R codes. Basically, what you do is like you take the training data set, or you through web you take any diary or whatever, and then or any dictionary, and then you put some scores. Okay, कि अगर ये score हुआ then it's positive, ये score हुआ is negative, otherwise it's neutral, and then you can come out with these kinds of things कि positive कितने लोग बोल रहे हैं, negative या neutral कितने लोग बोल रहे हैं, और negative कितना बोल रहे हैं. So what can you find from this by reading this bubble chart? क्या पता चल रहा है 1+5 के बारे में लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं? Is it more of positive? Is it more of negative? More of neutral?
More of neutral, ma'am.
More of neutral. But neutral is something कि positive, negative में नहीं करते हैं. So then we can say positive, right? Yeah, we can say कि positive बोल रहे हैं लोग इसके बारे में. People are loving it. Okay, so this is something that, you know, a quick analysis you can do through sentiment analysis. And yes, and then you can make some conclusions that OnePlus brand perception is on positive side after the launch, and features, these features are mostly talked about. ये हमने word cloud में देखा. People are comparing with brands like Apple, Samsung, Honor. Sentiment analysis help us to understand what consumers are thinking about the products and services, and what can be implemented. Okay, more that can be implemented when there's a confusion regarding anything. All these things you can quickly get, you know, this thing. Yes, so it was that was all regarding sentiment analysis and text mining I wanted to tell you. One thing you can do this, you can go through this blog, this article, and cover these topics. Okay, it's more of a theory kind of thing. But yes, I feel that once you are done with your end term, I are and how to do this analysis, and you will get this access token key, API key, ये सब ये keys आती है, and then you have to feed in these keys in your programming script, whatever you are doing. Yes
मैम ये दे दो ना अभी.
ये actually see मेरा ये data I don't know ये कैसे उड़ गया, but I'll do that, I'll share it.
ये कोड मैं मुझे ये एक्सेस टोकन नहीं मिल रहा है मुझे. मैं पाइथन रन करने की कोशिश कर रहा था पर मैं टोकन नहीं जनरेट कर पा रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, तुम मैंने कैसे किया था, मैंने अपना ट्विटर पे लॉगिन किया. ओके,
हाँ.
उसके बाद उसमें एक ऑप्शन आता है ऐप
डेवलपर का ऐप क्रिएट करना मैम, जिसमें वो डिटेल्स भरनी पड़ती है,
फॉर्म वगैरह तुम्हें फिल करना है. दैट्स इट. हाँ,
वो मैम किया था पर हुआ नहीं. उसके बाद वो उन्होंने कहा कि वेरीफाई करेंगे.
हाँ, वो वेरीफाई करते हैं एंड आफ्टर अ डे और टू दे विल सेंड यू दैट वेरिफिकेशन, और फिर तुम जब एंटर करते हो यू कैन गेट दैट एपीआई की.
ओके मैम, तो टाइम लगता है उसमें?
नहीं, हार्डली वन डे.
ओके मैम, ठीक है.
तो ये जैसे आपको की मिलेगी एंड देन यू कैन पुट ऑल दीज कीज एंड देन यू कैन एनालाइज इट. आई वाज जस्ट लुकिंग फॉर दिस कोड कि तुम्हें ये कोड सब कुछ दिखा देती मैं, बट ओके, बट इन योर नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर यू हैव बिग डेटा एनालिटिक्स एंड यू हैव टू डू दिस टेक्स्ट माइनिंग वाला प्रोजेक्ट. anyways after end term I'll share the code. Okay, I'll share the video also, I'll do one video also, I'll share the course, because this is like very interesting, very nice thing to put in your CV. Okay, any questions, any other questions regarding this?
मैम इंटर्म के बाद तो सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाएगा ना?
हाँ, तो ये तो दिस इज मिड टर्म के, सॉरी क्या,
वो मिड टर्म के एग्जाम के बाद तो ये सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाएगा ना मैम?
एंड टर्म के बाद ये सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाएगा. या यू कैन चेक इट ऑन माय यूट्यूब चैनल देन आफ्टर एंड टर्म. एनीवे इस सेमेस्टर में फॉर दिस सब्जेक्ट वी हैव लाइक ओनली वन सेशन फॉर सोशल मीडिया एनालिटिक्स. ओके, बिग डेटा एनालिटिक्स में तुम्हारे पास ये पूरा एक प्रोजेक्ट होगा दैट यू हैव टू डू. Anyways, I'll upload it on my YouTube channel. I'll share that RMD file also with you. Okay, all right. So that was all, and so we'll meet on Wednesday. And okay, we'll connect on, and then you have your group presentations on Thursday, right? Okay then. All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, class.